I'm a self-proclaimed master at being lazy. I mean, it took me about 30 minutes to even look for a YouTube video to play in the background while coming up with the script for this video. Growing up, my uncle always told me, lazy but talented. And in a sense, he was kind of right. I probably missed a lot of opportunities as a teenager and in my young adult life, only because I never cared to put forth the effort to try. And I don't know if it was for better or for worse, but all I can say is that it taught me that I'm selectively attentive and that I gotta choose wisely what I put my energy towards. So throughout my school days, a lot of my teachers used to show concern because in the middle of class, I'd be daydreaming, just staring out the window while we were supposed to be doing an assignment.
Would you please focus?
And a lot of them used to wonder how I used to get my work done, and other classmates used to wonder how I used to get my work done and how I used to pass tests. It's just because, you know, I show up and I do first things first, get everything done before everybody else, and then, yeah, just spend the rest of my time relaxing because it's not that serious.
Why so serious?
So that goes to say that school is easy for me, though the way that I made school easy for me was that I had a plan. So I would strategically set up my day for me to be able to get work done and then relax throughout the rest of the class period or throughout the rest of the day. With a bit more effort, I probably could have been at the top of my class, though I didn't really care too much about being valedictorian or anything like that. I just wanted to get school over with and call it a day. So this system I developed, it kind of started around maybe my sophomore year, though it went into full effect my senior year. So what I would do is I went to my counselor senior year and I said, hey, I got all these AP courses. We had A day and B days, so days will alternate. So one week A day will be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and B day will be on Tuesday and Thursday, and then the next week it will alternate. And A day had 4 classes, B day had 4 classes, and those were your 8 classes throughout the semester, but you got to alternate the days. So I told them, I said, hey, just put all my AP courses on one day. So my A day was all AP courses, and then I had a IT program that I was a part of, helping the school, like a school help desk basically. I was a school tech support, and then I was also part of a peer mentoring. Those were basically free periods throughout my day to do whatever the hell I wanted to.
Whatever, I do what I want.
And then I had sculpture, and then I had an online class from a class that my teacher failed me for a BS reason. We're not gonna get into that this video. So having these 2 free periods and an online class basically opened my schedule up. So what I did was I got a job in the beginning of the school year, and I started not coming to school on B days because I was basically not getting graded for anything. I just had an online class, and then I would show up to sculpture every once in a while for a project or something like that. So I would stay at home and do all my work from A day, just show up on A days and do all my work from A day on B days while I'm at home, and then just play the game and go to work. Once I got so far ahead on A days, I started going to school on A days. I was basically 2 weeks ahead of all assignments. So I was done with all the work and the classes by the end of the school year before everybody else because of this game plan that I set up. And I didn't tell nobody I was doing it. I just did it. And by the end of the school year, they was calling my mom, telling her that I had so many absences that they basically forced me to go to school or I wasn't going to be able to graduate by the end of the year. By the end of the year, I was just sitting in classes already done with all the work, just barely even paying attention on my phone the whole time. And I wish a lot of these traits would have transferred over into college, though, to be honest, by the time college came around, I was smoking weed, having sex, and I really didn't care about what was going on in the lesson plan. I was just there just to get a career, hopefully, and make over 100K just so I can sustain myself. I wasn't even there because I really cared to learn anything. My parents believed that I was too smart for school anyway, just because of the way I went about things, and it never really challenged me to my maximum capacity. That's why I never really tried or cared to put my all into something when I know I could pass easily, even if it was with a B grade. If I dedicated myself to it, I could probably have straight A's if I wanted to. I've never been a C student, but I've never been a straight A student. Well, my senior year, I was a straight A student. I was on the dean's list twice, though. Yeah, by the time college came around, all that was out the window, and I believe that being smart is a made up social concept to make ourselves feel better about our own intellect. I do believe that there's measures of intellect, such as IQ, though I think that being smart is just something that we tell ourselves to better cope with our ability to learn. Recently, what I've done is take some of those older traits and kind of work towards incorporating them into my everyday life. So I'm more able to get things done throughout the day while also relaxing and being lazy. So what this plan consists of is me waking up early in the morning around 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning, getting all my assignments done if I have to do any assignments, doing a little study. Also, I play chess, so just getting my brain working, getting some reading done, watching the news, also making beats and everything, compiling a folder, just a song, so I can, practice producing and everything, because that's one of the things that I want to do. Though this isn't to say that I'm trying to be self-disciplined. This is just so that I don't have anything to do later in the day and I can just be lazy all day long. That's pretty much where I'm at with it, because I kind of find it hard to get up around the time I gotta go to work, take a shower, go to work, come back home, then not feel like doing anything. It's just a better way for me to get things done while also being able to come home from work and not feel like doing anything and not be ashamed of that.
Excellent. Eat your shame. Now cry.
So the mornings are for focused work and afternoon is for relaxation and playtime. Do I believe I can go further with a better work ethic? Without a doubt. Though at the same time, I need to watch what I'm spending all of my energy on constantly.
Was that energetic enough?
I don't do things unless I really see the need for them to get done. And I don't do things unless it really aligns with myself. I don't want to compromise my character because I'm all about being disciplined, or I'm all about being this self-motivated guy that comes across as just really a dickhead at the end of the day.
Just relax.
Like even at work now, like when I go to work, my work day is pretty much me getting my task done that's assigned to me right away, and then just BSing throughout the rest of the work shift. And people see me as a hard worker, but they don't see me BSing, or they don't care about me BSing throughout the work shift because they know that I get everything done that has to get done. So, they have no problem with me just being lazy throughout the rest of the day because I've already accomplished everything that was set out to be accomplished.
I'm all done.
And I'm even halfway trying on this YouTube channel because I don't know the direction that I want to go with this yet. And that's not to say that I don't love it. I love it as a vocation, though trying to turn it into a profession is a whole different story. And that takes a different amount of time and dedication that I just don't have right now. All that to say, I'm not too pressed for attention. So I don't mind some of the videos being low effort, or I don't mind some of the videos just being me expressing how I feel and my thoughts concerning certain topics and certain matters, such as me being lazy. Expectations are super high. You're gonna have pressures to perform.
Amateur hour here.
And not having high expectations by being low effort is gonna cause you to eventually break through into your real authentic self, because nobody's expecting you to do these things. You know, it's kind of just like an arriving point. Like you're gonna arrive there when it happens. Nobody's pushing you towards it. It's like somebody steady pushing you and pushing you and pushing you until eventually you're gonna fall off that mountain and crash, bro. But when nobody's pushing you, when you able to walk towards the edge and see over it and be like, I'm not going down there, you're gonna be fine. So strategically planning ahead for your future is always gonna be better than just working hard.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Because strategically planning, people strategically plan so they don't have to do other things, or so that they can open up their schedules so they can do other things. Just working hard means that you're constantly focused on that grind set 24/7 around the clock. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be planning ahead. And this is why I like the game of chess, because the game of chess also taught me how to be lazy. Now, I'm not no master at chess or anything like that, though, you know, I get a couple wins against the computer every now and then, and I've gone up against some guys on chess.com and got some wins every so now and then. Though the main thing that I will say is that it teaches you a lot about planning ahead and patience. So if you can be patient in your boredom and being lazy, and if you can be patient enough to get to focus on your work until you're allowed to be lazy and free, then you'll be good.
It's good.
Yeah?
It's going to be good. It's
Right.
going to be good. I'm hoping the universe provides a path for me.
Because you don't already took the necessary steps by focusing on that work to get to that point where you can be lazy. I mean, if you just think about it, the king sits back and lets everybody else do the work the whole entire game. He don't do shit.
No, you mouth breather! You have been ignoring your king! What is a king to a god? And what is a god to a non-believer?
And if you're gonna take away anything from this video, just take away the point that you have to make your next move your best move.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
And what's gonna be your best move? Your best move is always to plan ahead. So you can plan ahead, and during that time when you're lazy, you can do even more planning because your whole schedule's open. This is why most of the financial wealthy never worked a regular job in their life. They went to school, they sketched out business plans while they were in school, and then they kept building upon those business plans after they got a career, and then that possibly made them the CEO, managers of branches, supervisors, or making their own company. And then from that own company, they expanded into an empire, and now their stocks are worth hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, and they have all these diversified portfolios, though they would have never got there if they would have planned ahead. That and them also being blessed socio-economically, though that's another story for another day. Fundamentally, it's better to spend your time on something that gives you a positive charge rather than something that just doesn't align with you and your core values.
What is my purpose?
You pass butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, welcome to the club, pal.
You know, just steady pressing onward just to say that you're productive isn't the best idea. All this to say is you'll find your lazy tendencies less of a hindrance if you take care of first things first. Look, the only time you should panic is when your laziness is compromising your comfortability.
You have no time for rest.
So just taking one step at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. The aliens built the pyramids. White man had slaves. And God rested on the seventh.
Holy crap, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy.